So I'm going a little out of order with this video, but I felt like making crepes this morning, so I'm going to. I made the batter already. It should be the consistency of a little bit thicker than heavy cream, but still easily pourable. And I used 2 whole eggs, half a cup of water, half a cup of milk, a cup of all-purpose flour, a little bit of salt, and then 2 tablespoons of melted duck fat. You can use melted butter or oil. It just helps the crepe get a little bit of color and be nice and smooth. So this is a preheated pan. I'm using an electric stove. I'll set on 6. I'm going to add just a touch of oil. Just to cover the very bottom. It's already a non-stick surface, so I just want to oil it lightly and then wipe the excess oil out and spread the little amount on the surface. This is a quick process. So I transferred my batter to a tall container with a ladle so I can adjust the portion size. Well, just enough to coat the bottom of the pan. Just rotate the pan around to get a nice thin layer. The great thing about crepes is that you can make them sweet or savory. Most times you see them on a menu, they're filled with jam or fruit preparation of some sort, rolled up, powdered sugar over the top of them, and then served with a sauce. But in this example, I'm actually going to roll it with a little bit of leftover duck confit that I chopped up, and then some pineapple marmalade that I made with vanilla bean and a little bit of simple syrup. You can see it's loose in the pan already. We're looking for one side, a little bit of color is fine. But one side colored and the other side just set. You can just flip this. There you go. So I got a little bit of color on that side. I'm just going to flip it briefly. This crepe is cooked. So I'm going to leave this brown side down. It's important not to overcook these because they dry out really quickly and they'll break when you roll them. So I'm filling it with about 2 tablespoons of my filling, just like we used to do back in high school. And then I'm going to place it towards the bottom with about 1 inch of playroom. Roll it up just about 1 turn. Then roll the sides in. And that's a complete crepe. Now, you can warm this up in the microwave, obviously not on the middle tray because you'd probably start a fire. Transfer it to a plate, warm it in the microwave. I have my stove preheat, so I'm just going to throw it in there for a couple minutes just to warm the center through. And that's it. So now I'm going to focus on what I'm cooking now. I'll go over these techniques in future videos because they're a bit more advanced. But I do want to show you some basic techniques over here. One of the hardest things I found about cooking at home is keeping the food warm. So what I do, I'll turn my oven to about 250 degrees and stick a plate in there for about 5 minutes. It gets it nice and warm. Otherwise, the plate will take the heat out of the food and transfer it into the atmosphere, which you don't want. So I'll go over some basic plate decorating ideas. These are the crepes I did earlier. So put them on there nice and neat. Here's some Brussels roasted sprouts. Place them at random. And put the leaves on top. Another thing to point out is I'm using techniques to balance the flavors. I'm cooking foie gras, which is a very fatty substance, so we need acidity to counteract that fattiness. So in the crepes, as I said earlier, I have pineapple, which has good acidity to it. The butter roasted Brussels sprouts go really well with the roasted flavor of the foie gras. So this is about done cooking. You really want to know your kitchen very well. So I got the plate hot, putting it in the oven, and this is a warm area still. Another thing I put in this warm area, this is on top of my stove out of the camera's view, is a little bit of sauce. I'm keeping that warm by the heat that's coming through the stove from the oven that's turned on. Just gonna go around the plate with this. Now I don't expect you to have all these items as amateur cooks, but I just wanted to show you the basics of plate presentation, keeping your food warm, and flavor balance. So this is ready to eat. I'm gonna go enjoy this.